Sharks at the Botany Bay or northern end of Shark Park. And they'll have first use of the ball as well. Comes down to Kennedy, who gives it to Cronulla-Blake. Quick play the ball. Comes from Healy. Metcalf out wide. Wateni's on Lesniak. He reached for it. He reached for the sky and plants it down. What a kick by Metcalf for Wateni's Lesniak. Brayley again for Hines. Here's Trindle once again, holding it up for Wilton. Beat the first line. It's going to be an obstruction call. The decoy went through and collided with a Warriors defender. They've used up 4 plays in this set. Harris DeVito will chip early for himself up against Kennedy, who loses it. Planted down by Adam Pompey. As they both go for it, competing for the ball there. Kennedy touches it at a foot back on the ground. That's all good, I think. He hands by Ramian from Nickera. Shows it. Fends away from Pompey. Finds Kennedy. He comes to Nickel Klukstar. The Sharks again. Surging towards the line. Hines it is. Goes out the back. Trindle. Quick hands. Ero. They've got them. It's Hiroti who plants it down. They eventually found the in-goal area. Terrific hands.
Late hit on Chanel.
And there's a tackle. Chanel Harris DeVito back on this left-hand side, which has been spotted by the referee, which came after the pass. Push to the right-hand side, but it scrapes inside the upright. It's back to 6, the difference here. One more here for Cronulla. Comes back to Hines, who kicks across the uprights. Pressure here, there are Sharks everywhere. It goes to ground. Trindle for Ero. He scores! Last tackle here for the Sharks. Hines goes wide. Trindle is there. Grubbers, he was taken down. Hamlin Welly denied by Nickel Klukstar. We need to look and see what happened with Braden Trindle.
Well,
the contact there is purely incidental as the Warriors players looking to defend Braden. There's no foul.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, Mayunga charging through, and Fisher Harris. He went in untouched. What a piece of deception. Brayley again to the left-hand side. Trindle for Kaniel Ero, who was into half a gap. It was just a hand that came across, and then he resented the effort there of one of the Warriors. That was Laban, I think. He gave a bit of a shove to, and they're still jawing about it. Aaron Clark. Another good offload here. Here's Metcalf, who can really scoot. Draws, gives it to Mayunga. He'll run away. The Warriors are in again. Metcalf forcing his way between defenders and finding Dimitri Mayunga. He'll play it there for Martin. Comes out here for Harris DeVito. They need to get to the contest. They do! And coming down with it is Leka Halasima. The Warriors are suddenly killing them here in the Shire. Healy comes out to Harris DeVito. Throws a dummy, and he just goes straight through them. Start the party now, you Wars fans. Harris DeVito. It was McGuinness who plays it there. Hines out the back. Kennedy goes over the top. They give it to Katoa. He can't walk. Puts a kick in. Well, that was a pretty fair recovery. But Rocket Roger takes it out of play. Midway through the set. Trindle to McGuinness for Hines. Intercept. Straight to Harris DeVito. Nobody in front of him. Trindle from behind. Can he get to him? No, he won't. Chanel Harris DeVito grabs a double here in the second half. He runs 95 metres there. And what a night it's been for the Wars. It was all the Warriors tonight. At full time, it's 40 points to 10.
Where do you think it all went wrong? What's your initial thoughts on that second half?
Yeah, the simplest parts of the game and the hardest parts of the game allowed that. They just simply got the jump on us physically and then got their way down the field. And off the back of some momentum and field position, and made us pay for that. And, we let a couple of last play tries sort of disrupt us a little bit, got the scoreboard going for them, and then they come over the top of us.
How frustrating is that? Fitzgerald, a man who prides himself on the defence, this has been the bedrock of this team's success, the defence. I think it's 108 points in the past 3 games. How much you take that to heart?
Yeah, a lot, yeah. We work hard on that. And, yeah, it's a simple game sometimes. If you don't get the simple and the hardest parts right, that's what happens to you. So that was the second half was, yeah, we can defend better than that. We will defend, we need to defend better than that. And we'll work on defending better than that.
Do you feel like the game could have been so different in the first half? I think there was an obstruction try, another one right on half time. I think Braden almost scores there. You get those two. It looks a lot different, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, there was plenty of moments that we went in with plenty of penalties against us, you know. So at the end of the day, they go your way if you're playing the game hard enough and fair enough. You get them going your way. So there was a couple of ones there that probably cost us even more energy that we needed. But yeah, we just rusty after the bye. I don't know if it was training preparation, but a lack of physicality in the second half cost us.
What about KL? Special night for him. I think scores 9 straight game. A lot of friends and family here tonight. Do we know how serious?
No, not yet. No, literally just walked down. So, yeah.
But it's a peck, is it?
Seems to be.
Fitz, you talked about physicality, you mentioned that word a couple of times. How do you try and fix that so that you are? I think most people at the start of the year thought Cronulla were probably a top 4 side, but the last couple of weeks haven't reflected that.
I think it's mental, yeah, as well as physical. Obviously, some technical work there, but you've got to sign on for it before the game starts. It's pretty hard if a team gets on top of it in the game with no game, it's hard to address it by then. So you don't get it right earlier.
And what did you think of your halves this evening, especially when the contest was still tight and some of the decisions?
Yeah, a couple of last play options which suggest we wanted points instead of pressure, I thought. Yeah, by the end of the game, they were searching to try and chase something back, which that's where the disconnect probably happened there. But first half was all right.
Cam, how did you see it out on the field?
Yeah, just credit to the Warriors. You know, they were physical, as Smokey about, running hard, tackling hard, and just kicking the ball into corners. And it's a simple game, and yeah, they did that better than us tonight. So yeah, a lot to work on, but we were come 5 days tomorrow.
What are you liking the most about the way the Wars are humming at the moment?
Definitely our defence. Like even right to the end there when we knew we had the game won, we're just turning up for each other, finding a way, scrambling. I think our fullback chance at the moment is a real indicator of his work ethic and the play's never dead. There's always a way to get out of it. And then everyone else wants to do it as well as a result of it. And just I think the best pleasing bit is about our young guys off the back of like some really strong leadership this year, like a turning point for them tonight. We spoke about not trying to be Barney, but trying to just be better at what every player does and bring what they bring. And I thought they stood up in that moment.
I was going to say, just how important has the man next to you been? Like Dimitri, I think, lays on the try for him, and then 6 minutes later, reaps the rewards, gets a try zone. How much have you seen him and Lecker and those guys grow? And thank you, James here.
We've got a leadership model where every single player can lead. Okay, but like Fish, Barney, KP, since Fish walked in the door, like his actions, when he talks to the group, they listen. Yeah, there's places change, and then you see young kids. They just feel comfortable in their own skin, feel they can allow to be themselves, they feel safe to be themselves, and then they go out and express themselves on the field. So yeah, like wrapped in Fish, what he's brought to our club. We're just chatting, we've got a long way to go. Haven't scratched the surface yet, we're still grounded. A lot of hard work to come and a long way to go, but I think we can celebrate what these boys have brought from a leadership point of view.
Webby, what about the way you're winning games? Like tonight, they come back, they're 2 points behind at half time, and then you pull away. You've had the games where you've juked it out right to the 80th minute. What does that do for a young group when you can win games in different styles?
Yeah, I didn't know when it was going to come, but at half time I was like, boys, we love this, like these tight games. And it's 12-10. We like being in this battle. We're proven to be this year. And I was just, I thought it was wrapped that they actually got the rewards late. Even to have like a defensive try, like I thought we attacked really well tonight off the back of really good defence. I thought both components of our game complemented each other. I'll spit it out. But like even to get a defensive try right at the end with an intercept or Chanel, just from basically being inside our principles and our fundamentals that we work so hard on, it's really pleasing.
Just on the halves, I think last time you were here was Sean's last game, and obviously the questions are how would they perform without him. I think both you guys had 2 tries this each, and Chanel got a double. How are you finding that combination coming together? Because I think the kicking game's on point, the running game's on point. It all seems to be coming together.
Yep, those two have got an awesome work ethic. They get together every week with Chance and Wade. Obviously Wade didn't play tonight, but he's very instrumental in all that. And they're learning. I think that's their best performance tonight, together once again off the back of our defence. But they took the line on, they ran off offloads, they were a threat more. And the opposition, that's when you create fatigue like that off the back of their defence, those guys can play some really good footy. So yeah, I think they're still got a long way to go, but I'm just so happy for them, and I thought they were really good.
James, how did you see things out on the field? And you must have been wrapped with the job that your pack did.
Yeah, it was one of our better performances, all around, attacking defence. But yeah, just super stoked on how the young boys are going, and they're just embracing the challenge. As you said, they got tight there for half time, and yeah, we just embraced the challenge and take it on.
It was a silky pass from Demetric to you when you scored.
Yeah, no, I'm just grateful for that. I've been running these lines for a while now, but yeah, stay from down there.
James, you've seen success. You know what success looks like. I think there's a bit of a gap now between the top 4 and the chasing pack. Your level with the Bulldogs now. Do you see the traits that you've seen in previous years start to emerge with this team?
Yeah. It's hard to say. I'm not comparing or anything like that. We're just building our own thing, week to week. It's all about us, bro. Let's understand and just focus on this group. How we're going about this year.
You must have been impressed with young Sam Healy. Is that right? He only got you sort of only made the call early today?
11 o'clock today, yeah. Team walk. Sam's been, we're going with a utility player on the bench, so Tamati. So, most clubs can play with 2 hookers, but we're going with that utility role. Otherwise, he would have played a lot more football. He's played really well in reserve grade for a long time. And we were super confident late on our team walk today, let the boys know. Everyone was disappointed for Wade, but really excited for Sam. And once again, whoever plays, wears the jersey, does the job. And I thought he was awesome. Yeah, really good. And I just love the way the group responds to that sort of adversity on game day, to hear that news off the back of a big week with Barney and everything like that. I thought it was just, they get on with things, those boys.